Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Ali and I'm excited for you to be here with me. Today we are going to start a new island in Animal Crossing's New Horizons on my Switch 2. We're going to do this as a Let's Play because I would love to basically play through with you guys how Animal Crossing performs on the Switch 2. I've watched a couple of short videos of people talking about it, and so I wanted to experience it for myself and take you guys along for the ride. Obviously, not everyone can afford a new console right this very minute, so if you need or want to live vicariously first, let's do that together. So typically when I start an Animal Crossing island, I usually don't name my character after myself or anything like that. I normally like to, I guess, live, I was going to say vicariously again, but that's not the word I'm looking for. I like to, I guess, live a different life when I'm playing my games, if that makes any sense to anyone. I don't typically like insert myself into the game, but for the purposes of this video we are going to play as myself, basically. In the beginning anyway. We won't keep my natural look the whole time because I find that a little bit boring. I love all like the fun hair colors and things like that, and all the different hairstyles and things. In my day job, I can't do things like that. Like I am not allowed to dye my hair unnatural colors or anything like that. I have to hide, whoops, 2 L's in Ali. You know, I have to hide some of my piercings and my tattoos and things like that. So I think that's part of why when I play games like this, I tend to choose looks and names and all of that sort of stuff that are not naturally me, because I think it just gives me that creativity over my appearance in a way that just sort of shakes off the irk that I can't do it in real life, I guess. Also, I don't know about you guys, but I've always loved that when it asks what gender you want to present as, it says, please choose your style. I don't know why, but that has always just seemed really cute to me. So naturally, my hair is relatively straight, and it is dark brown, and I think we will choose, that one and this one are my favorite eyes out of these, but I think I like the 2 eyelashes, and I have brown eyes. I played recently with the little wobble mouth in another island, and I just think it's so cute. Obviously my mouth doesn't really do that in real life. I feel like that would be, I don't know, maybe that's a little bit unnatural, I don't know, but I quite like it, so we're going to do that. So in terms of what our map is going to look like, the only thing that I'm really looking for is the distance from the airport to resident services, and probably, I mean, being relatively central would be nice as well, but I'm not as fussed about that as long as the airport and resident services are relatively lined up and they're not super close to each other. So let's see how that goes. We may or may not have to re-roll several times, but we will find out. Okay, so first impressions, not amazing. That's probably the best one of the lot, but I think most of us don't love the double river mouth at the bottom, or I guess the south side of the island. So we are going to re-roll and I'll be back. And all of these are also pretty rubbish. I don't think I've seen one quite that far away from the airport before. That is interesting. All right, round 3. All right, you guys, let's see what they've got for us this time. And again, they're all pretty trash. All right, re-roll. Okay, you guys, so out of what we've got here, this looks maybe promising. So we're going to choose this one and see what it looks like in person. And I would bring food, because you just never know. Love their little hypothetical question. No, we're not going to watch the whole video presentation because by this point all of us should know it off by heart. So in terms of ideas and themes and all of that sort of stuff for this island, I really wanted to do something that I haven't done before. I've completed a few islands now with like a full island theme, and I quite like doing that. And so I want to do that for this island as well. Oh, okay. Some interesting starter choices. Goose and hazel, I'm pretty sure that squirrel is. Okay, so what have we got? Oh, that's not bad. That's a pretty straight shot. And like, it's close, but it's not ridiculous. Like, there's a good amount of entrance possibilities there. I'm not mad at that. I think we're going to keep this one. Yes, I think we will. So in terms of what I want this island to look like, we are going to do like a what did I call it? Like a Moroccan kind of theme for the whole island. So sort of, you know, not necessarily desert core, which on my Switch Lite I'm doing like a Western desert core kind of theme, and we can tour that one together when it's finished if you guys want to. But I want this to be more of a Moroccan Middle Eastern kind of a vibe, in a really, you know, sort of Arabian Nights decadent kind of way, if that makes any sense. And so I will need some help with choosing the name, I think. So we will probably make this video relatively short so that you guys in the comments can help me come up with a name. We might do like a top 5 or a top 3, and then I'll choose from there. But yeah, so sort of Moroccan, Arabian, you know, Aladdin kind of a vibe. So I would love to, I think, have a section that's a little bit more of a not slums, but you know, like the poorer side of Agrabah in Aladdin, like that kind of vibe. And then have, if I can, build a palace. That would be pretty awesome, but I'm not 100% confident in my fake building what's the word? Skills. Yeah, I'm not super confident in my skills in being able to do that, but we'll see how we go. I do take a lot of inspiration from Pinterest, and I have a... Okay, so that's just not going to work for us at all. That's fine. I have a sort of... what do you call it? Like an inspo page. That's the one. I have like an inspo page that I put together that I'll put up on the screen shortly. And yeah, essentially that inspo page was sort of all of the ideas that I had put together in terms of what kind of villages we'd be looking for, and what kind of codes and furniture and that sort of stuff that I would be wanting to put together, and like what everyone's houses and stuff should look like aesthetically, and that sort of stuff. So I'll put that up on the screen in a minute to give you guys an idea of where I'm trying to go with this, and hopefully that will inspire you guys to help me come up with a name, because I'm actually not 100% sure what I want to call this island, but I do want it to have that kind of vibe to it in terms of the name as well. I don't really want to just outright call it Agrabah and be like an Aladdin specifically themed island. I don't want to lock myself in like that. I would prefer to be sort of loosely in that kind of theming. I tend to... Oh, there he is. All the way over here, Goose. Yeah, I tend to try not to lock myself in too hard to particular themes, because I feel like it kind of can stifle your creativity when you limit yourself too much. And I don't necessarily want to feel like I have to like completely copy what the city of Agrabah looks like in the movie and all of that sort of stuff. I would much rather have it be more of a vibes build than anything else, if that makes sense, like as a whole island. There we go, Goose's spot. But yeah, so that's roughly where I want it to go. So obviously we're playing in winter right now because I live in Australia and we are in the middle of winter. I will take it to, once we get to 3 stars and we've got the ability to terraform and all of that sort of stuff, Yes, very good, Tom, thank you. Yeah, once we've got to 3 stars and all of that sort of stuff, I'll probably move the seasons and start playing in probably summer, or like just before summer, I reckon, just to make it make more sense as we're building and all of that sort of stuff, so that because it's going to be really hard to visualize the Moroccan Aladdin sort of theme in the middle of winter, even though I very rarely play in winter, and I've been having a little bit too much fun with making snow boys. I think I've gotten, out of the few that I've put together, I think I've gotten one like perfect one, which was very exciting. But yeah, I typically don't play through winter, and winter here in the part of Australia that I live in does not include snow. So I think in my life I've seen the snow, like actual snow in person, once. When I was a teenager, my parents took me to one of the sort of ski resort sort of places that we have in another state, and we went there and, you know, did all your skiing and tobogganing and all of that sort of stuff. But that is, from memory, the only time that I've actually been to see snow in person. So playing Animal Crossing in winter for me is quite entertaining, because obviously I don't see this type of winter in real life. We typically, where I live, we just get relatively cold temperatures, but nothing too hectic, and if we're lucky we get a good amount of rain, but a lot of the time it's just dry and cold and kind of sad. So the winter here just makes me feel a little bit more like proper winter vibes compared to where I live, but we will be transporting ourselves to warmer weather once we've got to the 3-star. Yes, I'm very diligent, Tom. Once we get to the 3-star point and we've got terraforming and the pathing and all of that sort of stuff underway, then I'll transport us. All right, a lovely little bonfire. Yay! Everyone did great. Also, in terms of villages, I typically don't worry too much about who the starters are, because I know that, you know, we can get rid of them later if we need to. But especially like Goose and Hazel here are both pretty cute. They don't necessarily fit the vibe that we'll be looking for later, but they're not terrible for right now. Okay, so here is the point that we are going to leave off for today's video. I would really love it if in the comments you guys can give me some inspiration for some Arabian Moroccan type island names. That would be amazing. It's probably the one thing that I had not already decided on for this particular island. So if you guys can give me some inspiration, I would really, really appreciate it. And I would just like to say thank you to all of you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like and subscribe buttons, of course, to stay updated on our Let's Play of this island. And I hope you all have an amazing day, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye!